All right, let's give this a shot. Okay, so today is Sunday, September 8th, and this is going to be like a little powerlifting mini training recap, whatever. But today I have tempo squat triple at, I think, a 5. I have 6 triples on bench, and I have a deadlift 2x9. However, we are injured. I tweaked my SI joint probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Haven't been able to pull anything more than 374 for a triple. Can't really squat. I think the most I've taken in the last couple of days or a couple of weeks was 120. So that's 264 pounds for a tempo triple. So we will see how today goes. So I'll do a little recap after I get done at the gym. All right, so I'm just going to talk over a little bit of what's going on with my training as of lately. So like I said in the intro, I did sustain an SI joint injury. I want to say it was 2.5 weeks ago. And since then, I haven't really been able to squat. But coming into today's session, I could tell if I'm going to have a good day based off of my warm-ups. So a couple days ago, I wasn't able to take the bar for 4 because it was just very uncomfortable, and honestly, it was kind of painful. So the fact that I could take the bar today pain-free and comfortably was a huge win. So after I take the bar, after I take 20 kilos, I jump right to 70 kilos. It's a normal jump for me. I was doing this long before I was injured. But from here, I could really decide if I'm going to have a good day or a not so good day. Last weekend, I think I capped it off here at 70 kilos for a very painful, very uncomfortable triple. Or I think I even took it for a quad. So the fact that I decided to go up after this is huge progress, and I feel like I'm making substantial progress with my rehab of my joint, and it has been a long road. By long, it's only been like 2 or 3 weeks, so it's not too bad. So from 70, I jumped right to 100. So last week, I decided to take 100 or 221 pounds for a warm-up, and as I hit the bottom, I felt a large and very painful crack and pop on my right side where my SI joint is, and so I re-aggravated my injury, which after that I just stopped squatting for the day, and I'm pretty sure I just left. And so today was pretty good. So from 100, I jumped to 115, which is, I believe, the heaviest triple or heaviest squat I've taken in a couple of weeks. And then from there, I jumped right to 130. So 130 is a weight I've hit multiple times for my beltless tempo triple. So my beltless tempo triples are a 3-second negative with a pause at the bottom, and this was weight I was hitting before I was injured. So the fact I could do this, well, maybe at 75%, to me that is a huge win and huge steps in the right direction.
Yeah.
And then from after I hit that top triple, I went down to 100 kilos for my back downs for my 2 sets of 8. I was supposed to be doing 3 sets of 8 today, but I decided not to overdo it and push myself to potentially aggravate my hip again like I did last week. So I decided to just do 2, play it safe, because I don't really have any need to push right now. My next meet isn't until Nationals in late May, early June. So there's no need for me to prolong this injury because it's already been going on week number 3, which in my opinion is too long. And this is my first injury, real injury, since I tweaked my knee about a year and a half ago, and I dealt with that for a while, which sucked because not only did it hinder my training, it also hindered my quality of life. Had trouble walking upstairs, had trouble walking at work. It was painful to take a bodyweight squat. So I'm glad that's over. But like 2 weeks after I got over that knee injury, I tweaked my hip. So yeah, I'm just full of injuries right now. So that was my second set of squats. That was a side angle of the second set. So then after that, I jumped into bench. I will be showing 5 of my 6 triples. So as you can see, I warm up with 20 kilos or the bar. I don't really need to do any stretching going from squat to bench because my chest and my shoulders are already open from squatting. So from 20 kilos, I jumped to 70 or 154 pounds, which to me is a very normal jump. And then from there, I put down this, you can see this little gray thing or little tan thing on the bench. That is so I don't slip and slide, because the bench I bench on is very slippery. Like, I slide with even putting chalk on the bench and chalk on my back. So I just use that as like a safety measure, because last thing I want to do is slide on a bench with 250 plus pounds on my chest. So after 70 kilos, I jumped to red and a blue, or 110 kilos, or 242 pounds. And this to me is a very average jump, regardless if I'm doing triples, doubles, singles, or even sets of 7. I will always jump from 70 to 110 on average, which, as you can see, it moves for a very smooth double. And then from there, I jumped to my first triple with 120 kilos or 264 pounds. And this is my first triple of 5. I decided to take 2 reds just to feel how strong I'm going to be on the day. And based off of these first 3 reps of my triple, or my first set of my triple, I could tell today is going to be a very good day. So then I stick with the same weight going into set number 2, which is good because it's showing I can handle the same weight, and I didn't really have to fight too hard on the first set to tell myself I have to lower it. But I also didn't have to push too hard. I didn't feel like it was too light that I should have went up. So based off that second set, I decided to go to 125 kilos or 275 pounds for my next triple. So this is triple number 3 of 6. And this right here is getting into PR territory. The most I've hit 275 for is 4. And it was a really shitty 4. So the fact it moves good like that is fantastic. And then from there, I decided to take a PR triple with 127.5 kilos or 281 pounds. And this is a all-time rep PR. I don't think I've hit this for a double. I hit it for a triple. Not too bad. One problem I've always had with benching is my glutes coming off the bench, but I think I fixed this. And then I jumped to 130 kilos or 286 pounds for a triple PR again. And as you can see, it moved not too bad. The last rep was kind of shaky, which is to be expected. That was only 7.5 kilos below my all-time max for one. So the fact I'm able to triple 7.5 less is fantastic. It gives me a good confidence boost ending this block, especially dealing with an injury. I am able to take something positive out of the last month of training. And then we go right into deadlifts. As you saw, I warmed up conventional. It helps me warm up my hamstrings, my quads, and get my foot pressure set and figured out. And then I move over to sumo, and as you can see, it's 75 kilos, so that's a red and a collar. So I just take that for a couple reps, just to get into the movement pattern, establish my foot pressure, my width on the day, and then as you can see, I am taking the weight off, and I'm throwing on another red, which will jump me to 125 kilos. Alright, so here we are with warm-up number 2 with 125 kilos, which is great because the last few weeks I haven't been able to deadlift pretty much at all. Last week I was able to take 374 for a triple, but it was a very uncomfortable, kind of painful triple. So as you can see, like, it moves pretty fast. So from here, I decided I'm going to take a very ballsy jump to 386 or 175 kilos, which is a jump I haven't done since I got injured about a month or so ago. So that gives me a pretty good confidence boost, I'd say. So this is going into sets of 7 or 8, I believe, which is the most I've taken for reps in about 3 or 4 weeks. Alright, so here's my top set with 386. So last week I took 386 for a triple, as I just said, and that was a very uncomfortable triple. So I could tell based off of rep 1 how this set is going to feel, and from the way it moved really good. I was able to wedge for the first time in a couple of weeks. So I was able to like pull my hips through the bar, establish a good amount of tension, build some pressure, and just feel strong on the day, which is something I haven't felt in a while. So this was great. This is the most I've pulled this weight for in the last month, and this was for 8, so it was 5 more than what I've done all of block. So this is a great way to end block number 4. So then from there, I dropped the weight down to 155 kilos or 342 pounds. And then from here, I will also take this for a set of 8. On the last set, I felt a little bit of discomfort on rep number 6, which didn't necessarily hurt. It was a little bit more of kind of like a soreness. So I am doing a voice over after the gym, and I can tell you right now that it doesn't necessarily hurt. My SI joint is just a little bit sore. So I think I'm taking steps in the right direction, and I'm hoping I can be back very soon.